Good day. How is everyone today? It is August 8th, 2026, Saturday, and I hope you're doing well. Trudging along smoothly down here in Florida. Looking like maybe another week or so here, and then we're heading back north to New Hampshire. And continue to pray for Ben and the souls who are struggling with the attacks on the body from the dark ones. Just one quick mention, we realized that because of his sacrifice, not that he had a choice in it, but because it all happened to him and what we learned from it, many lives have been improved for the better as a result. So all of the grandchildren so far have stayed away from these, even as babies, and into our families, not our immediate families, but they've seen the difference. And now it's spreading that way to grand nieces, etc. So this is how one person's sacrifice, his whole life, basically, can affect multiple generations. And I believe truly that the pure bloods will be the ones who will occupy the earth after any sort of chastisement or whatnot, because they're going to be the ones who are least affected by any kind of devices that, especially electronic devices that come up in the weaponry of the enemy. Let's just put it that way. Okay, let's get started with Good Day Rising prayers. In nomine Dei, matronam nostra, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, let us place ourselves in the presence of the Most Holy Divine Family, and in Catholic contemplation humbly venerate the Most Holy Trinitarian Theophany. Most Holy and Venerable Trinity, one Divine Family, I believe that Thou art here present. I venerate Thee with the deepest humility, and I render to Thee with my whole heart the homage which is due to Thee. O Most Holy Trinity, relying on Thine infinite goodness and promises, I hope to obtain pardon of my sins, the help of Thy grace and life everlasting, through the merits of Deum Iesum Christum et Deam matronam nostrae. O Most Holy Trinity, I love Thee above all things with my whole heart and soul, because Thou art all good and worthy of all love. I love my neighbor as myself for love of Thee, and I forgive all who have injured me, and ask pardon of all whom I have injured. Let us thank the Most Holy Trinity for the many graces that we receive, and offer ourselves and our sufferings up to heaven, and for the souls in purgatory. O Most Holy Trinity, I most humbly thank Thee for all the favors Thou hast bestowed upon me to the present moment. It is again thanks to Thy bounty that I should live to see this day, and I desire to employ it solely in Thy service. I consecrate to Thee all my thoughts, words, actions, and sufferings of this day. Sanctify them, that there may be none that is not animated by Thy love, or that would not tend to Thy greater glory. Let us make a firm resolution to avoid evil and to do good, and let us beg of the Most Holy Divine Family the graces which are necessary to us. O my God, Thou knowest my weakness, and that I am unable to do anything good without the help of Thy grace. Deny me not Thy grace, proportionate to my necessities. Give me strength to avoid everything which Thou forbiddest, to practice the good which Thou hast commanded, and enable me patiently to bear all the trials which it may please Thee to send me. O Dea matronam nostrae, Holy Mother of God, I place myself under Thy protection. I throw myself with confidence into the arms of Thy compassion. Be to me, O Mother of Mercy, my refuge in distress, my consolation in suffering, now and at the hour of my death. O Most Holy Trinitarian Theophany, Dea matronam nostra, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. I am heartily sorry for having offended Thee, and I detest all my sins, because I dread the loss of heaven and the pains of hell. most of all because they offend the almost holy Trinity, who are all good and deserving of all my love. I firmly resolve, with the help of thy grace, to confess my sins, to do penance, and to amend my life. Deum obiscum, et quoque apote. Oremus, Fidelium Deum Iesum Christum, omnium conditor et redemptor animabus, famalorum citorum, remissionem cunctorum, tribue peccatorum, ut indulgentiam quam semper obdeverunt piis supplicationibus consequentor, qui ticum vivetat reinat in una divina familia, qui erat est et edit in aeternum. Suscipe Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum Hoc Immaculatum Hostium, quam ego indinius famulos tuus offerit tibi Deo meum ibit et verum, pro in nomine bidibus peccatis et offensionibus, et negligentiis meis et pro omnibus circumstantibus, sed pro omnibus fidelibus, catholicorum, vivis atque defunctis ut mihi edidis proficiat ad salutem. Deum qui humanae substantiae dignitatem medibituto condidissio medibitus reformasti da nobis perus atque tuum mysterium eis divinitates esse consortes qui immunitatis nostrae fieri dinatis is particips Deum Iesum Christum Filium qui ticum vivit reinat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Offerimus tibi Deum calicem salutaris tuum da peccantes clementium, ut de conspecto divina majestatis tuae, pro nostra totius mundi salute, cum adoris suavitatis ascendat. In spiritu humilitatis et in animo contrito suscipi amara te Deum Iesum Christum, et sequiet sacrificium nostrum in conspecto tuo hodie, ut placiat tibi Deum matronam nostra Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, veni sanctificator. Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, et sanctificite plata prosequendo et accepere hoc sacrificium tuo sanctum nomini praeparatum. Suscipe Sancta Trinitas hanc oblationem cum tibi afferimus a memoriam passionis, resurrectionis et descensionis Deum Iesum Christum, et in honorem Dei matronam nostra et Papa Pete Sanctorum et Istorum et omnium Sanctorum, ut idis proficiat ad honorem nobis autem et salutem, et idi pro nobis intercedere din interim caelis, quorum amorem agamus in te speriendum Christum Deum nostrum. Orate ut me equestrum sacrificium acceptabile fiat per Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Suscipiat Deum Iesum Christum sacrificium de manibus tuis et laudam et gloriam nomini sui ad utilitatem quoque nostram totiusque ecclesiae suae sanctae. Deum obiscum, quoque apote. Sursum corda habemus ad Deum, gratias agamus Deum nostrum, dinimit justum est. Tegit ut limites me mater et pater et Deum matram nostrae, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum per Deum Iesum Christum Filium tuum Deum nostrae, supplices rogamus ac petimus, uti accepta habeas et sanctificas, haec sanctam sacrificiam irripata. In primis quae tibi afferimus pro ecclesiam tuam sanctam catholicam, quam pacificare custodire, aronare et regere digneris toto obiterarum atque catholicae. Memento Deum famolorum famulocitorum. We pray for the sick and the suffering. And we especially pray for Paul, Shelley, Therese, Cody, Ben, Jenny, Katie, Kathy, Maria Josephina Mose, Marilyn, Mark Jr., the Stevenson family, Letitia, Mindy, Todd, Clarette, and Dennis, Robert Dosco Sr. and Jr., Rochelle Dosco, Barbara Santa Croce, James, Robert, Benedict, Gregory, Adam, Malachi, and Patrick Santa Croce, the Williams, Tafour, and Began families, Michaela McLarnon and family, the Kendrick, Shorten, Nolan, Dosco, Kane, Nye, Wolf, Camerano, and Pahalski families, and all their good intentions. We pray for an end to all governmental allowance or sanctioning of abortion, transgenderism, transhumanism, child trafficking, child abuse of any kind, anywhere, place, or time. We pray for the establishment of a Catholic monarchy with a sound Catholic system of labor and with a sound medium of exchange with no usury and no negotiable instruments. We pray that men, courageous men, step forward as leaders of this Catholic society and be examples of how men should be. And we pray that women return to godly femininity and set examples for their children. All this we ask in accordance with the most holy divine family's goodwill and intention. Et omnium circumstantiam quorum tibi fidis cognita est et nota devotio pro quibus tibi afferimus, velque tibi offerunt hoc sacrificem laudis pro se suisque omnibus, pro redemptione animarum suarum pro spe salutis et de calamitatis suae, tibi credunt vota sua aeterno Deum vivo et vero, communicantes et memonium orantes in primis gloriosae semper Deum matram nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et beatorum martyrium turum Papa Sancte Petri, et Sancti Lucia, et Sancti Jacinta, Sancti Francisco, et Sancti Juan Diego, et omnium sanctorum tuorum quorum meritis praecibusque cancedas, ut in omnibus protectionis tuae monum et exidio periendum Christum Deum nostrum, quam oblatione de Dei Patrum Spiritum Sanctum in omnibus consecratum acceptabile conficere dignitis ut nobis corpum et sanguinem nobis corpus et sanguinem fiat dilectissimi filium tuum Deum Iesum Christum. Qui pridie quam pastoretur recepit panem sancta sacrabilis manus suas, et derivatis opelis in calamate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum sum omnipotentem tibi gratias agens. Consecratavit fregit dique lumnis sui dicens accipite et manducat ex hoc omnes. Hoc est enim corpus meum. Simile modo postquam ceremonia est accipinser hunc preclarum calicem in sancta sacrabilis manus suas, idem tibi gratias agens Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, consecratavit dedique lumnis sui dicens accipite et bibite ex omnes. Hic est enim calix sanguinis mei, mysterium fidei, quae pro nobis et pro multis affundetur in remissionem peccatorum, aegates cum pergeritis memum facietis. Deus, Deum nos servet tui, sed a plebs tua, sancta justum Christum filium tuum Deum nostrae, tam beatae passiones nec non et ab inferis resurrectionis, sed et in caelos gloriosa escensionis offerimus, proclarae maiestati tuae de tuis donis actatis, supra quae propitio ac sereno futuris peciedi digneris. Supplices teragamos Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, ive hic per manus tuum ut quod ex hoc autaris participationis sacrosanctum Deum Filium tuum, corpus et sanguinem sensenimus omni sanctificatione cae lese gratia repeamur per indum Christum Deum nostrae. We pray for those who have died. We especially pray for Martin Mannion and for Grace Mannion, for whom this Mass is being offered. Ipsis Deum et omnibum in Christum quiscentibum locum refugere iducis et pacis ut andorgeste proclamar per indum Christum Deum nostrum, per cum hic omnia Deum Iesum Christum semper bona creas, sanctificas, vivificas, consecratis et praestas nobis. Per ipsum et cum ipso et in ipso, est tibi Deum Matram omnipotenti in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, omnis honor et gloria. Ave Dea, Matronum nostrae, gratia plena Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum tecum, sancta tua in mulier. Dea Matronum nostrae, Matram Deum Iesum Christum, misericordia nobis, peccatoribus nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Libera nos quaesimus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum ab omnibus malis, praeteritis, praesentibus et futuris, et intercedente beata et gloriosa semper Deum Matram nostrae. Cum Papa Petrum Sanctorum et omnibus sanctis da propitius pacem in diebus nostris. Ut ope misericordiae tuae aduiti te peccato, simus semper liberi et ab omni perturbationis seculi. Per indum Deum nostrum Iesum Christum Filium tuum Deum nostrum, qui tecum vivit et reinat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per aeternam. Pax Deum Iesum Christum sed semper vobiscum, et quoque apate. Haec mixtio consecratio copris et sanguis Deum Iesum Christum fiat excipientibus nobis in ad salutem aeternam. Pax tecum et quoque apotei. Deum Iesum Christum, qui ex voluntate Deum Matronam nostrae, cooperante Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per mortem tuam mundum vivificasti, libera me per hoc sacrosanctum corpus et sanguinem tuum ab omnibus iniquitatibus meis, et universis malis et fatmi tui semper in harare mandatis, et nunquam separare permittas, qui cum eodam Deum Matronam nostrae et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, vivis regnam aeternam. Per ciptio corporis tui Deum Iesum Christum, quod ego indinius sumere praesum non mihi proveniat in idicium coronationem, sed pro tu pietate prosit mihi ad tutum mentem metis corporis, et adam et elam percipiendam, qui vivis reinas cum Deum Matronam nostrae in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Panem celestem excipiem et nomen Deum Iesum Christum in mucabo. Dea Matronum nostra non sunt dignus, ut in te meas in tante reguervas soveranum mea. Deum Iesum Christum non sunt dignus, ut in te meas in tante reguervas soveranum mea. Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum non sunt dignus, ut in te meas in tante reguervas soveranum mea. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodia et anima mea. Quidr tubum Deum Iesum Christum prominibus, quaere tubuit mihi, calicem salutaris accipium et nomen Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum invocabo. Laudans invocabo Deum matronam nostri et ab inimicis meis avusero. Sanguis Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima meam. Codore sumus Deum Iesum Christum piedemente capiam et immunente pari fit nobis remedium sempiterno. Corpus tuum Deum Iesum Christum quod sumpte sanguis compentavi eus Spiritus meis apraesta, ut in me non remania scella la macula quem pierat sanctara figero sacramenta. Deum vobiscum et quoque apote. Oremus. Animabus quae sumus Deum Iesum Christum famulorum catuorum oratio proficiat supplicantium, ut Deus et peccatis omnibus exues et tue redemptionis facies et participes, qui ticum vivit reinat in una divina familia, qui erat est et edit in aeternum. Deum vobiscum et quoque apote, iti mises Deum gratia. Placeat tibi sancta Trinitam obsequium suffetitis meae et praesta ut sacrificim cor oculis tuae majestatis in nos auctoritibus et captavere miquet omnibus, pro quibus illud optulis sit miserante propitiare per Christum Deum nostrum. Sanctificat vos omnipotens Deum, Deum matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gratias. O most holy divine family, I believe, I venerate, I hope, and I love thee, I beg of thee pardon for those who do not believe, do not venerate, do not hope, and do not love thee. Most Holy Trinitarian Theophany, Deum Matronam Nostrae, Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. I venerate thee profoundly, and I offer to thee the most precious body, blood, soul, and divinity of Deum Iesum Christum, present here in reparation for the outrages, sacrileges, and indifference by which he himself is offended, and through the infinite merits of his most sacred heart and the immaculate heart of Deum Matronam Nostrae, I beg of thee the conversion of poor sinners. In nomine Deum Matronam Nostrae, Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gracias. Thank you for attending, and let us remember that the Catholic faith is the only one that elevates Deum Matronam Nostrae. And if you think about the other, I don't even like to call them religions, but the other sects of worshipers, not, okay, like Judaism and Islamism, they hold women at a much lower treatment, if you will. Not hold them, but they treat them lower. And when you think about the Most Holy Trinity, and how the Jewish religion infiltrated the Catholic Church very early on, before the Council of Trent, you can see how their influence of their beliefs were slowly merged into the Catholic religion of today. And one of those is, to remove and lower Our Lady from her rightful position. And this is why we believe that the vision of St. Lucia that she was given about insights into the Trinity are, and that she couldn't reveal them because she would be destroyed immediately. But we believe now is the time to bring it back out, which is the fact that Our Lady is part of the Trinity. And it makes complete sense, because when we are made in the image and likeness of God, that's family. Family creates, recreates, procreates what God intended. And it only makes sense. It's just completely commonsensical. And whenever somebody is presented with this different way to look at something, every single person says that makes sense. Okay, so why are we fighting it? Why do we fight that? Because we've been programmed to think since we were little that this is the way things are. And it takes courage and discernment and long times in prayer and analysis and whatnot to shrug off our programming. Especially when it doesn't make sense. Okay, God gave us that ability to be sensical, reasonable, and it just makes sense. So I leave that with you today. Please go and sanctify all those you meet. I love all of you, and I appreciate all of your prayers and your thoughts. And we did get one subscriber back. Let's see if we can get some more to get over 600. All right. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly what time. I'm shooting for 9 tomorrow, Sunday. We'll see how that goes. Thanks.